All right, now welcome to week 11, Minor Arcana. Congratulations, you've made it the end of the number portion of the Minor Arcana. We are to the tens. The tens represent completion, the end of a cycle, and renewal. After the tens come the court cards, but we have made it to the end of the number card, so here we go. We have the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. Remember, like I said, they represent completion, the end of a cycle, and renewal. So let's start with the Ten of Wands. In the Ten of Wands, it's a person carrying 10 wands, and they're kind of struggling, okay? And this card is very simple. This card is about carrying burdens. And that's exactly what these wands represent, burdens, right? It is about carrying a large burden or carrying too many burdens, okay? It can be about just taking on more than you should. And this can mean in a relationship, at work, at home, emotionally, whatever it is about there is a burden of some sort and too much is being put on your shoulders, okay? It can be about having had too much responsibility put on you, right? Like too much responsibility. The key to this card is it's just too much for you. This person is working really hard, so it can represent hard work. That could be, what's the next step for me? And this card might come up and you're like, okay, the next step is like that you're going to have a lot of responsibility. You're going to have a lot of hard work. You're going to be under a lot of pressure, but sometimes that is a step to take. Then we have the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Cups is in it. It is, I always say this is the happy home, happy life card. There's a family celebrating partnership and all the cups, which are love and feelings, are up in the sky in a rainbow. And it's just happy home, happy life, happy family, divine love, blissful relationships. This card represents the perfect relationship, the perfect family situation for you, whatever that would be, or for whatever you're reading for. It just represents alignment and contentment and fulfillment. It can also be about spending time with loved ones like they are in the card. But this is the dream card for many people when it comes up in a relationship, because it really means like this is as good as it could possibly be, as good as I would want it, right? It's my complete blissful relationship. My life is in harmony, full alignment. Okay, this card is about feeling fulfilled and just loved, right? In the home life. And again, like I said, it could just be about spending time. And sometimes this card comes up because that's the energy that needs to be focused on, right? We need to be focusing on family and positivity and love and happiness and harmony in relationships. So it doesn't even have to necessarily be about like a romantic relationship. It could just be about harmony and happy, loving relationships and focusing on the positive, right? Then we have, yet again, one of my favorite cards that looks depressing because it's a person with 10 swords stuffed in their back. But what I love about this card is that we can fix it. We can take those swords out. We can, if this card is reversed, if we reverse the energy of the 10 of swords, those swords are going to fall out, This card is asking you to surrender to unpleasant and horrible circumstances. This card is about deep wounds and loss and suffering, and this person is laying there and they have 10 swords in their back. Can be about a painful ending. It can be just about horrible loss. They are at a loss, like they're dead. They're done for it. They're laying there. They can maybe feel like they've been stabbed in the back or betrayed. And it really is a card of suffering. But the thing about this card too, for me, and one of my personal feelings about this card, is that this card is a reminder to not act okay if you are not okay. Okay? That is what it means by surrendering to the unfortunate circumstances and surrendering to the unpleasant. It's saying, stop acting like you're okay. You have 10 swords coming out of your back. I'm pretty sure that you're not okay. So it's about acknowledging the painful endings and acknowledging deep wounds and acknowledging loss and suffering and crisis or feeling stabbed in the back, right? Like, it's not saying this is something that's going to happen to you, but it's the card of acknowledging these types of feelings. And it can be a very deep and profound card. And then lastly, we have the Ten of Pentacles. And so the Ten of Pentacles is kind of similar energy to the Ten of Cups, where, it's contentment and it's the end of the cycle and we have all these pentacles everywhere. and can kind of be about family too. But remember, this one is more focused on material items and wealth and abundance. Okay. So this card asks you, what do you need to feel secure and to have a life without worry? And we're talking about finance and home and stability and earth energy and, root chakra energy of, feeling safe and stable. This card can represent family ties or inheritance, but this really represents a stable and abundant life. It is about long-term success. It's about good fortune. It's about wealth. It is a card of financial security. So where the Ten of Cups is more, home, love, and alignment, this is money and abundance alignment. Okay, so this card speaks to stability in the home and money and just that feeling of security and that feeling of my life and my family and my home, my house and everything will always be taken care of. We've made it through all of the struggles and we've gotten to the end of the cycle, and now we no longer have to worry about money and finances. Okay, we have all that we need to feel secure on this earth. So to recap the tens, the Ten of Wands is about carrying burdens. It's about taking on more than you can handle. It's about extra responsibilities. It's about feeling under pressure. It's about hard work. It's about carrying too much. The Ten of Cups is about happy home, happy life. It's about feeling in harmony and alignment and contentment and fulfillment and just beautiful relationships and spending time with loved ones. The Ten of Swords asks you to surrender to, crappy things that have happened to you. And it represents betrayal or being stabbed in the back, literally. I mean, the card literally is showing the swords in the back. It's about endings and deep wounds and loss. And it really is a card of suffering. And I know that might seem weird that it is in the position of the 10. And if you look at this, you see that 2 of them are positive and 2 of them are slightly negative. And that's something that I'll get to here in a second. The Ten of Pentacles is about feeling stable and abundant and long-term success and, good foundation and financial security and wealth. So what I was saying was the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords can both kind of be seen as negative cards, and the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles can both kind of be seen as positive cards. And I don't want you to be discouraged that, we're at the end of the cycle, like everything should be good, like we've worked through it. Because remember, releasing these burdens, the Ten of Wands, and releasing these swords, once it's more of getting it figured out. And when these cards are reversed and you're dropping those wands and you're dropping those swords, you are to a place of contentment and healing and feeling good. So those are the minor arcana for this week's. I hope the ending didn't get a little confusing to you. We have the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles.